Real Madrid is already preparing their summer signings, and according to Fabrizio Romano, there are many names on the list. Rodri might be leaving Manchester City. Schlotterbeck might also leave Borussia Dortmund and join Real Madrid. And when you look at Real Madrid internally, Vinicius Junior contract extension is currently on progress, so he's definitely going to extend his contract. David Alaba is set to leave Real Madrid at the end of the season. And also, when you look at the atmosphere out of Real Madrid, Barcelona is currently working on getting Marcus Rashford on a permanent deal, and Manchester United on the other side. Many people have been asking Bruno Fernandes, is he going to leave Manchester United at the end of the season? All of those things I'm going to answer in this video. But first of all, let us start with that of Real Madrid, the players that are going to leave Real Madrid and the players that are going to join Real Madrid. Like I said, David Alaba is going to leave Real Madrid at the end of the season, and according to Fabrizio Romano, he made this post: David Alaba will leave Real Madrid at the end of the season. So it is confirmed David Alaba is set to leave. You know, if you're a Real Madrid fan, you have been watching Real Madrid in recent games, you will clearly see that David Alaba is not up to anything again. He's not actually the defender that just joined Real Madrid, bro. When you're watching David Alaba play, you're just watching an average player running up and down who is not even having game time. And whenever he play 1 or 2 games, he goes back, he pick injuries. And this type of players are always blocking players from joining clubs, right? And this guy is one of the highest earning players in Real Madrid. So I think Real Madrid will actually part ways with him at the end of the season. And another update is that of Rodri, bro. Is that of Rodri. You can read with me according to Madrid Zone and Fabrizio Romano. You know, the reason why I want to discuss about this Rodri is because I saw it on this guy, and I watched a video of Fabrizio Romano on YouTube, and he spoke about it, right? Nothing is confirmed yet. In that particular video of Fabrizio Romano I watched on YouTube, he stated in that video, Rodri won the Ballon d'Or 2 years ago, and maybe his stay at Manchester City is left up to him. It's left up to him. It is not all about the salary. Do you understand? So Manchester City is willing to keep him, and I think his contract is running to I think he's just left with 1.5 years in his contract. And if he is open to leave, Manchester City can let him go. And there are people in Real Madrid. In fact, let me read this for you guys. Breaking. There are people in Madrid, in Real Madrid management, that are big fans of Rodri. They love him. It will depend on the player's decision. If he decides to leave Man City this summer, Rodri could be an option for Real Madrid this summer. The player will decide his future in the next month. Now, you ask yourself these questions. How many months are we left with for the summer? Which month is this? This March. So we have April, May, and June. We're barely left with 3 months. And in these 3 months, Rodri is left to take the decision of his career. If he wants to take another challenge, Real Madrid is ready to welcome him. There are many people in Real Madrid internally that wants the guy. But Manchester City also wants to keep him. So it is not like Manchester City wants to part ways with him. And it is not all about the salary. Do you understand? Remember, he just came back for a long-term injury, ACL, that he suffered before winning the Ballon d'Or. And even up to now, the Rodri that we used to watch at Man City is not fully fit. But if Real Madrid are showing interest on a player like Rodri, it is left up to him if he will join Real Madrid during the summer or not. But these are the type of players that when you look at them, bro, when Real Madrid is approaching a player, you clearly see the standards of that player. And if he joins Real Madrid, I think he's going to be competing with Tchouaméni. But for now, nothing is confirmed yet. These are just rumors. And another update is that of Borussia Dortmund defender Schlotterbeck, right? Schlotterbeck, you can read to me, the Madrid Zone again. Borussia Dortmund are hard to negotiate with. Nico Schlotterbeck is a highly coveted asset. However, Real Madrid have an advantage as they have an excellent relationship with the club going back many years. Now, I saw an update from Fabrizio Romano's YouTube. You know, I always watch Fabrizio Romano's videos, especially when it comes to transfer updates. And in that video, he said the guy is left with, I think, 1.5 years in his contract. And Real Madrid wants to get him this summer. And I saw another post where they say Borussia Dortmund is currently working on extending his contract. So Nico Schlotterbeck is actually one of the best defenders in the world right now, not just the best in the Bundesliga. And many clubs are showing interest in him. Bayern Munich is interested in him. Barcelona is interested in him. Real Madrid is also interested in him. But according to some sources, these are just rumors now. According to some sources, it shows that if the guy leaves Borussia Dortmund, it is either Real Madrid or Real Madrid. From the player side, these are rumors. The player said, if I am leaving Borussia Dortmund, I either join Real Madrid or only Real Madrid. I am not joining any club. And his release clause is between 50 million euros to 70 million euros. I think it's been long that Real Madrid spend this amount of money on a player, but let's just be patient and see how the summer transfer window is going to look like. And now let us before I keep Real Madrid aside, Vinicius Junior, I think Real Madrid is currently working on extending his contract. According to Fabrizio Romano, if you have been following me, you notice that I hardly make videos about transfer rumors, and whenever I make a video, I make sure that I confirm my rumors from Fabrizio Romano. Anything I say here is from Fabrizio Romano. That is my source. So according to Fabrizio Romano, Real Madrid is currently working with Vinicius Junior to extend his contract, and it is just a matter of time. You know, when Xabi Alonso arrived, Real Madrid, Vinicius Junior had issues with Real Madrid, and he never wanted to extend his contract until they parted ways with Xabi Alonso. Now there is a new coach, Alvaro Arbeloa, and Vinicius Junior is very happy with him. He's currently working, discussing with Real Madrid. I don't know if there is going to be an increase in salary, but for sure he's going to extend his contract. And now let us keep Real Madrid aside and take a look at Barcelona. When you look at Barcelona, one of the poorest clubs in the world right now, bro. Poor, they are just broke. My club is just broke, but we are still winning trophies though. We are still doing well, better. We are still doing better than many clubs. But Marcus Rashford is one of the big names on the table. He's currently playing for Barcelona, and he left Manchester United, joined Barcelona on loan. And many Barcelona fans actually want him to be a permanent player. And according to Fabrizio Romano, he tweeted this on Twitter. Barcelona made progress in talks over personal terms with Marcus Rashford for a potential permanent move this summer. Barca want Rashford to stay, but Man United insists no discount on 30 million euros buy option clause. Remember, when Marcus Rashford left Manchester United, joined Barcelona on loan, they had an agreement, which is for Barcelona to pay 30 million euros as a release clause of Marcus Rashford. In my opinion, yes, I know my club is broke, we don't have money, but this 30 million euros means nothing, bro. When you look at this, the numbers of Rashford just this season, you will clearly see that even coming from the bench, the guy is very happy. So I think Barcelona should make this move, man. And according to the sources also, to some sources, these are just rumors now, not from Fabrizio Romano, it shows that Barcelona is going to pay this 30 million euros in installments. Bro, look at how broke we are. We are going to pay this money in installments in 3 good years. 10 million euros, 10 million euros, 10 million euros. Anyways, let's see how it goes. But if Marcus Rashford stays, I think it is going to be a big move for Barcelona. You remember Ferran Torres and Robert Lewandowski, those are players who cannot count on. And now Bruno Fernandes, the best attacking midfielder in the world right now. Manchester United fans are actually asking questions. What is the next step for Bruno Fernandes? Is he going to leave Man United at the end of the season? Remember, last summer, Al Hilal, Saudi Pro League, they wanted Bruno Fernandes. Al Hilal approached Bruno Fernandes time without numbers. It was not all about the salary, it was not all about the money, because according to Fabrizio Romano, the Saudi Pro is ready to pay anything Manchester United is asking for, and it shows his release clause should be around 100 million euros. Saudi Pro is ready to pay that amount of money. Now, Saudi Pro is also open to give Bruno Fernandes the salary that he wants. So Bruno Fernandes staying with Manchester United is just on a personal level, bro. And this weekend he just break the record. Look at how he's carrying Manchester United. Just imagine Bruno Fernandes leaves Manchester United. What is going to be next for them? What is really going to be next? Because this is the player of Man United. This is the man that have been carrying Manchester United in recent years, and he might leave. Nothing is confirmed. We have seen transfer where you just be sleeping, you want to get up, something have just happened. So it can happen, but for now, let us just be patient. Bruno Fernandes might leave Manchester United at the end of the season, same as he can stay, but for now I don't know anything. Fabrizio Romano is still to confirm, but all Fabrizio Romano said is that the Saudi Pro is still interested in Bruno 100%. So it is left now onto the player to decide if he will leave or not. And if he decides to leave, Manchester United is going to open the door for him to leave. Do you see how the deal is like? So it is just on the player now. Manchester United is ready to keep him and also ready to let him go. Saudi Pro League is ready to welcome him at any time, and Bruno Fernandes is now the one to decide on his future. So big moves, big days ahead for Bruno Fernandes and Manchester United. Guys, I'm about to end the video here, and before I end the video, I want to ask these questions. It is not just all about one question. I want to ask a question about Real Madrid. When you look at the current state of Real Madrid, what do you think can be the solution? Do you think it is all about the coach? Someone said they need to sign a striker. The top goal scorer in La Liga, Champions League is Mbappe, and Real Madrid needs to sign a striker as well. So what do you think is the problem of Real Madrid? And when I look at Barcelona, do you think Barcelona should keep Marcus Rashford on a permanent deal, or they should let him go? Because in my opinion, Barcelona should keep him. And Real Madrid's situation, it is internally. The problem that Real Madrid has is internal problem. It is not all about the coach. It is not all about signing some players again. They have quality players that can deliver Real Madrid. So I'm going to end the video. If this is the first time you are coming across the channel, smash a thumb up to the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video to 1 or 2 persons, and see you until my next video.